Hey folks, Dave Schmidt here. It's the morning of March 12th. It's Wednesday, and obviously I'm not in Sedona. I'm back in Fort Worth now, here at my friend Charlie's house. Well, what I want to do here today in the video is give you an update to what I sent out 2 days ago, and then also talk about what we're going to be discussing on the radio program tonight. Well, 2 days ago, I put out a video. Bold title says, the RV, it's happening. And you know what? I still believe that. But let me clarify. And why do I want to do that? It's amazing when I can say something and I try to be very discreet in the words that I'm using. I try to clarify where my intel is coming from or when it's based on speculation. And some folks will take that and project into it their perceptions and make it say something that I didn't say. It just comes with the territory. I accept that. I understand that. That's the reality of when you're dealing with something that impacts people very emotionally. But let me say this. There are scores of people out there reporting on the dinar and the reval that's taking place. And you know what? They all have good intentions. And they all have good to say. And the vast majority of them, there's elements of truth in every one of them. But this issue is so big and so far beyond any one person, including me. We all, to some degree or another, have been wrong now and then. Do we do that intentionally? No. It's because this is an issue. It is so fluid, it can change so quickly, and all we can do is report what we're bringing to you. I've tried to be very cautious about not saying stuff that I haven't had good intel on. I've been very direct when I say I'm speculating, which means I don't really know exactly. It's based on what I'm hearing. But let me tell you what I do know, and this is based on some really good intel that I am receiving. And let me tell you a little bit about that intel that I've received in the last week. Yesterday, no, I should say, let me correct that. In the last 3 days, I have spent close to 4 hours on the phone with a gentleman who spends hours every day. Now, when I say hours, sometimes it can be a half hour, sometimes it can be more, but he is communicating every single day with a gentleman that he believes has absolute excellent intel. He's known this gentleman for over a couple years. So it's not just something that's wishy-washy. It's not just something that's hoping. I get information from him. He gets information from people who have absolute first-hand direct intel contacts with senior levels of Wells Fargo Bank, with the International Monetary Fund, with the U.S. Treasury, with people direct intel inside the country of Iraq, with the World Trade Organization, and intel from an individual who is one step away from Christine Lagarde, and intel from an individual who has direct contacts with the Rothschilds family. Now, those last two, Christine Lagarde and the Rothschilds family, are basically the controllers of the world's money supply. And this person is one step away from them. That's how solid this intel is. That's why I fully believe what's coming to me and what I've read from other sources. Not just one, but 3 other sources that are saying the bonds are being put in place. This is a 3-step process. Now, last night I was able to be on a radio show with a friend, and what I've talked about is that for this RV to take place, there was 2 things that absolutely had to happen. One was the United Nations vote of releasing Iraq from Chapter 7. That took place in June of last year. The second is the bonds have to be released, wired, and put into place at the various banks and monetary resources that are going to release the money to us. That is what is happening right now. So when I say the RV is happening, that's what's happening. How long will that take? It could be anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks. Now, this is speculation, which means it's not as solid as data that I have. The speculation is it will probably Now, understand that word probably. Don't go putting words into my mouth, okay? Get this direct. Probably will be happening by Monday of next week. That's what's taking place. That's what I'm understanding. Folks, I've been around this intelligence game, politics game, working with the media game for over 25 years. I try to be very careful about what I have to say. Can I be wrong? Yes. Do I intend it? No. It's because the intel that I receive isn't always accurate. And guess what, folks? There's people that have been involved in this for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Nobody has been right. Nobody. I don't worry about that stuff. And here's what I say. If you're going to try to figure out who's right and who's wrong, I'm going to say good luck, because it will drive you crazy. Let it go. In the end, it doesn't make any difference, because it's only about one thing. We all want to be able to go to the bank and cash in our dinar and our dong. That's all that we want to do. Let it unfold. It's a fluid process. It's in transition. Stuff changes sometimes day to day, let alone week to week. And that's what's taking place. I'll talk about that more tonight on my radio program. We're going to talk about the new and recent developments. We're going to talk about what is taking place, okay? Now, again, I want to thank you, especially all of the new people that have joined my email list, in just the last couple of days. Remember, you can go to thesedonaconnection.com. You can check on the email list. You can go to my Facebook page, The Sedona Connection. You can ask to be added to that. I do add you to my email list. If some of you, because you're saying if you're out of country or maybe the tabs haven't been working correctly, I don't know. Most of the time that's your browser or what it is. But just in the last 48 hours, I've had over 800 people added to my email list, okay? I'm here for you. Now let me say one other thing. Whenever someone steps out to say something like what I said, there's always going to be criticism. I understand that. It just comes with the territory. But you know what? I'm not in this to make money, folks. Some of you think that I am. If you think I'm in this to make money, I'm in the wrong business. I could make a whole lot of more money doing something else. I'm in this because I enjoy it. I'm in this because what is important to me, what gives me the greatest satisfaction, what gives me the greatest sense of joy, is knowing that I'm helping you. That's important to me. I was a senator. I was at the top of the mountain. I knew what it was like to have the red carpet rolled out for me everywhere I went. And you know what? After a while, I began to discover something. At the top of the mountain, there's just nothing but a bunch of rare air. That's all that's there. It didn't really satisfy that deep sense of what's my purpose in life? Why am I doing what I'm doing? I'm getting to experience some of the greatest joys of my life, some of the greatest sense of fulfillment. I'm getting to experience everything I've done. And yes, next month I turn 60 years old. I am getting to experience all of my 60 years has prepared me for this. And it's my joy and it's my pleasure to serve you in this. And yes, and if you think I'm in this to making money, I'm still giving away my 50 dinar a day. I've been doing that now for 3 or 4 months. I give money away. I give dinar away because I understand if you try to hoard it, all you do is clog up the channel of flow in your own life. Okay? All right. Tonight, the radio program will discuss this. We'll discuss more. I'll be sending out some quick update emails or usually videos. It's easier for me to do the video, and sometimes I don't always have the time to do it in an email format, but I'll be sending out some quick videos of some news breaks within the next week or over the weekend, okay? Would love also to have you at the Dallas Fort Worth workshop. It's going to be a wonderful time, and remember, the workshop isn't just about what you learn there. It's also about the networks and the connections that you receive and the support group that gets to develop as well. Okay? Love you all. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye-bye.